That is David Klein, Love It, on our meditation music this morning. Thank you so much, David, practitioner here. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you. Good morning, Agape. Hey, welcome everyone. We're so glad you're here this morning. Thank you for sharing in community together. We get to share in this unconditional love that Agape stands for. And so we're holding that vibration here on this planet, allowing individuals to rise into it. There's something good that's happening here. It's because you're here. Thank you. I'm Marianne Lewis, Music and Arts Director here at Agape. Thank you. And it is Choir Sunday. Yes. Got our beautiful special guests. Hey, we want to just give great thanks to Jennifer Johns and DJ Kilu Grand, holding it down, bringing such brilliance and beauty. Thank you guys. Beautiful job. So you guys ready to sing? You ready to sing? Yes? Yeah? Hey, we got an incredible house band with us today. Curtis Bird, John Hart, Ed Rock, Christian Klikovitz, David Neal, and Cal Bennett. Hey, yeah. All right, here we go.
Come this far by faith, leaning on God's love, trusting in the Holy Word. God's never failed me yet. Oh, 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 can't turn around. We've come this far by faith.
Come this far,
Come this far by faith.
and we're
Leaning on God's love,
and we're trusting.
in the Holy Word.
God's never failed.
God's never failed me yet.
Singing no.
Can't turn around. We've come this far by faith.
Don't be discouraged when trouble's in your life. God will bear your burdens and remove all your misery and strife.
That's why we've come
Come
this
far,
far by faith.
leaning,
Leaning on God's love,
and we're trusting.
trusting in the Holy Word.
God's never failed.
God's never failed me yet.
Singing no.
Can't turn around. We've come this far by faith.
Singing oh.
Can't turn around. We've come this far by faith.
Singing oh.
Can't turn around. We've come this far by
Beautiful day, Agape. Love to you. Now is the time for our meditative thought. It's coming up on the screens, and Reverend Michael wrote this especially for you to practice this week. You're going to love this one. He writes this: cosmic contracts are based on the universal principle of oneness, on the reality that all existence has emerged from one source and therefore forms the DNA of every man, woman, and child gracing the planet. As an interconnected cosmic family, the question to place before ourselves is, how can we individually spark this precious recognition to emerge? One that says, if you, my sister, are hungry, then I too am hungry. Please sup at my table. If you, my brother, shiver, I too am cold. Please warm yourself by my fire. As Spirit spoke through Jesus the Christ these words, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these, my brethren, ye have done it unto me. That's from Reverend Michael for you to practice this week. Love to you, Agape. Thank you. Marianne.
Thank you. That's wonderful. It's time now for our congregational song. So it is called Use Me, and the words are on the screen if you are joining us for the very first time. So we invite you all to stand and we sing together. We invite you to stand at home on the love stream. We're all standing together around this globe, this global community. We're standing for love, standing for this truth. And we have our youth from the Youth and Family Ministry, Reverend Leon Campbell leading that. They're going to help to lead us in our hand movements for the song. Hey, ready? Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. I used to think God was the sun, God is the sun, but God's so much more than the earth or the stars. For all of creation, God is creator, all in all, leading us to shine His light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Yes, command my hands, what must they do? Command my life, it's here for you. God is the love that heals all creation. God is creator and makes all things new. God leads us to shine His light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do.
Good morning, Agape. Love to you. We are welcoming to the stage, of course, the Agape International Choir under the direction of Agape practitioner Marianne Lewis, with special guests Mijan Owens, Jason Powell, and Jamie Lula. Enjoy.
Yeah, so we're bringing out for this Agape classic song our very own Jason Powell and Mijan Owens. It's time to stretch out, everybody.
Y'all ready to stretch out? It's time to stretch out. Stretch on now.
All right.
Stretch out. I'm stretching out. I'm stretching out. Extending all. My mind is clear. Oh, thank you, Lord. I thank you, God, for letting me see I'm free. Filled with the power of a greater destiny. A greater destiny. Where I'm stretching out. Woo! My mind is clear. But I believe she said it better. When all you trusted falls apart, let God be where you are, and God will see you through. Trust in the power that mends a broken heart. Then stretch on out, God. Stretching out. My mind is clear. Oh, thank you, God, for letting me see a free.
But I believe he said it best. The ways of destruction will try to bring you down. Resist all evil, live from greater love. The power within you is waiting to be found. So just stretch on now.
Let's give the house band. Yeah.
That I need it.
That means you're going. I'm healing.
I'm healing.
I'm healing.
Yes, I'm healing.
We're healing.
Yes, I'm healing.
We're healing.
Yes, I'm healing.
We're healing. We're healing. I'm healing. I'm smiling. Woo.
Beautiful. Let's give the house band. We have on saxophone, Cal Bennett, keys, Ed Roth, Christian Klikovitz, guitar, David Neal, drums, Curtis Bird, and bass, John Hart, all under the direction, music and arts ministry director, the magnificent practitioner, Marianne Lewis. Give her some love and appreciation. Thank you so much. So we have a magnificent setup to just go forward and to magnify this consciousness. Yes, Agape? Yes. Beautiful. I'm Reverend Coco Stewart. I'm delighted to be the hosting minister for today. So much joy, so much luminosity, so much healing and transformation. You're in for a treat. Reverend Michael is taking some well-earned rest and relaxation. Now, see, I think he's out like running track. He loves going to the gym. He's not like sitting around, just to be clear. And so we're appreciating and loving him. He reminded me that he does usually take the month of March off because it's Women's History Month. Yep. And he feels like we can do it. We can do it. The women can do it. Yes? Now, we've done it all along. So, and he will be back, though. I think it's like March 16th, whatever. So in a couple Sundays, he'll be back here to speak. Meanwhile, when he steps out of the pulpit, we always have magnificent, powerful consciousness of unconditional love and truth. And today, we have our own Reverend Suzi Lula. If you haven't heard her speak, yep, you can give her some love. You're in for a treat. She's, I'll do more formal introduction later, but she's a very powerful, and not just speaker, but an elucidator of truth from within your own being. It's a connection that happens, so you rise up. Is that like a thing? You guys are chuckling. All right. The topic is, take up thy broom and sweep. You are going to love this. If this is your first time celebrating and worshiping with the Agape Nation in the sanctuary, or if this is the first time you've been in the sanctuary with us and you stream all the time, please stand up. We want to just send you some love. If this is your first time, yep, just remain standing. Just remain standing. And the seasoned beings who are here, look at all of this. This is wonderful. Are going to allow the love, the unconditional love of Agape in the heart to flow through our hands, and they're going to repeat after me line by line, and your job is to accept it. So we say this to you. Welcome to Agape. Say it like you mean it. Welcome to Agape. There you go. We recognize you. We know who you really are. You are the spiritual image and likeness of God. You are a unique way that love, intelligence, and divine beauty are showing up on the planet. You are a one-of-a-kind spiritual genius. We appreciate you, we thank God for you, and we celebrate your life. Accept a love, a hug, a connection from somebody. Thank you so much for being here. Give them some love and appreciation. And online, I invite you to accept the rich blessing that has been given to you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Delighted that you made a choice to be here with us at Agape today. We have magnificent Agape licensed spiritual practitioners, the first ecclesiastical arm of the church. That means they go through at least 4 years of training to become more active in their consciousness of spiritual identity for themselves and therefore for you and therefore for all of us. So the licensed practitioners are holding prayer vigil on site. That means some in the sanctuary and some remotely. That means off site. And we have a practitioner coming forth with a particular assignment today. Agape practitioner Karen Turner will bring forth the affirmations, the purpose statement, the reading, and a living evocation of the heart. She's a newly licensed practitioner. So give her some love, 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 please. Karen.
Good morning, Agape. Oh, I need to adjust this. I'm tall. How is everybody today? Yes, yes. Thank you for being here, and welcome to all those live streamers. We're so glad you're with us. Reverend Michael's theme for this month is Your Daily Allowance. Our speaker this morning is Reverend Suzi Lula, and her topic for inspiration is Take Up Thy Broom and Sweep. Thank you for joining us for meditation this morning. We set a powerful tone for our service with sacred music provided by David Klein Levitt. Yes. Our musical inspiration today is the Agape International Choir with special guests Jason Powers, Mijan Owens, and Jamie Lula, all under the direction of practitioner Marianne Lewis. Our interpreter for this service, give them some love, is Romina Mena. Agape's licensed spiritual practitioners hold prayer vigil during service and are available for individual prayer immediately after the service. They also are engaging with you in the comments of this broadcast on Facebook and YouTube. You're invited to share any prayer requests there or contact our prayer ministry directly. Now it's time for our affirmations. I invite you to please stand and repeat them aloud after me, line by line. I am a great participant in the ever-expanding good that is God. I am a great participant in the ever-expanding good that is God. Sincerity, earnestness, and resolve are my qualities of being. Beauty, health, and wholeness express as my body temple. Beauty, health, and wholeness express as my body temple. My bank of universal good never runs out. My bank of universal good never runs out. This is the new set point for the rest of my life. This is the new set point for the rest of my life. Gratefully, I take the dare and live life fully. And so it is. Amen. Agape's purpose statement. Our purpose as an intentional spiritual community is to be a living environment for individuals to realize that they are unique emanations of God, the love intelligence governing the universe. We embody an understanding of our oneness with God, and we consciously practice this truth in our everyday lives. Through the New Thought, Ageless Wisdom teachings and the energy of unconditional love, we are committed to individual transformation and to being a beneficial presence on this planet. Simply, we are here for God. Our selected reading this morning is from Reverend Michael, and he speaks to his theme for Agape this month, Your Daily Allowance. It can be found on our website just below the meditative thought. In the spirit of Women's History Month, we embrace the March theme of Your Daily Allowance, a divine invitation to align with the powerful feminine energies of yielding, allowing, accepting, and surrendering. These energies are not passive or weak. They are profound energies of creation and transformation. They open us to the greater yet to be, creating within us the right conditions for manifesting more good than we could ever imagine. We cannot make or force insights or revelations. We receive them. we receive them. We cannot force change. We allow the divine intelligence that moves through us to shift our priorities and the trajectory of our lives. This rising of the feminine energy is necessary, for sheer willfulness often creates walls, while a willingness to yield allows for a new way to emerge, one that is harmonious, abundant, and aligned with the infinite potential of the universe. So it is at this time that we honor many of the contributions of women who have shaped our history against great odds. These women, giants of spirit, intellect, and creativity, embody the power of the feminine to nurture, inspire, and transform. We honor the lives and legacies of those like Rosa Parks, who took a stand for freedom while sitting down, Emma Curtis Hopkins, Dr. Johnny Coleman, First Lady of the African American New Thought Movement, Myrtle Fillmore, Mary Baker Eddy, Dr. Barbara King, Coretta Scott King, Shirley Chisholm, Dolores Huerta, Malala Yousafzai, Barbara Fields, Executive Director of the Association for Global New Thought, Marian Anderson, Jane Addams, a social reformer and founder of Hull House, Rachel Carlson, whose groundbreaking environmental work ushered in the modern conservation movement, new practitioner. Deborah Holland, the first Native American cabinet secretary in U.S. history. Elizabeth Blackwell, who was the first woman to receive a medical degree in the U.S. Ada Lovelace, who envisioned the first computer algorithm. Anna May Wong, a pioneering Chinese-American actor who advocated for better Asian representation in Hollywood. Katherine Johnson, whose calculations propelled space exploration, and Zora Neale Hurston, who illuminated Black culture through her literary genius. Of course, these are just a few of the many women whose gifts had enriched humanity and whose courage changed the course of history. It is important to note that feminine energy is not bound by gender. It resides within all beings. It is the energy that sees all life as interconnected, as part of one family that must be nurtured and cared for. It breaks down barriers and dissolves divisions and calls us to unity. As we move through March, let us reflect on this. We are not merely here to make things happen through the force of our minds, but to open our hearts and receive what is already happening in the spiritual and quantum realms. This feminine energy compels us to right thinking and right action, a natural emergence of our highest good. May we honor that sacred energy within us. May we remember our daily allowance, the divine grace that flows to us, through us, and as we allow, yield, and surrender to the infinite possibilities of all life. Let this month be a celebration of the feminine energy that nurtures, uplifts, and transforms the world. And so it is, and now so be it. Michael B. Beckwith, founder of the Agape International Spiritual Center. So I invite you to just close the outer eye and join with me for a moment in the silence. How truly honored and grateful I am to be standing here with everyone this morning, to be right here celebrating Women's History Month, celebrating the divine feminine that is within each one of us. How grateful I am to usher in this service today that is so lovingly and thoughtfully brought forward to us by our beloved Reverend Suzi Lula, who is inspired, who will uplift and transform and shift the energy in this room to more and more love. And to everyone online, and to everyone in the global community, this love will be lifted, this harmonious good will be felt all over as we open our arms and say, yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I bless this time. I bless Reverend Michael Beckwith. I bless the Agape International Spiritual Center. I bless each and every person, knowing that we are all interconnected in this oneness, unified together as a whole. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you for that beautiful, beautiful prayer. A reminder that we are constantly walking with the Spirit as God. Jason Benefit.
What kept me sad was a story in my head about what I never had and what I never said. I can sing a song the flowers gave to me. It helped me to be strong. It helped me to be free. When I'm walking with you, I'm walking with God. Yeah. When I'm talking with you, I'm talking with God. When I'm praying with you, I'm praying with God. If God is all there is, then everything is God. When I'm laughing with you, I am laughing with God. Yes, when I'm singing with you, I am singing with God. In the arms of my friends, I'm in the arms of God. If God is all there is, then everything is God. Yeah. There is a road, a journey we must take. It starts from within, and it's just a thought away. I've got a song that the flowers gave to me. It helps me to be strong, and it helps me to be free. When I'm walking with you, I am. Yes, when I'm talking with you, I am. Talking with God. When I'm praying with you, I'm praying with God. If God is all there is, then everything is God. When I'm laughing with you, I am. Laughing with God. Yeah. When I'm singing with you, I am singing with God. In the arms of my friends, I'm in the arms of God. Yeah. If God is all there is, then everything is God. If God is all there is, everything is God. If God is all there is, then everything is God.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Karen, for that magnificent reading and prayer. And just a reminder, you can find that reading because it was nice, in-depth, had a lot of information. You can go to agapelive.com, and right there it will list Reverend Michael's monthly theme letter, and you can read it over at your leisure. So thank you so much. And where am I with this? Oh, yes. Let's hear from Reverend Michael.
Peace and richest blessings, and welcome to Agape International Spiritual Center. This is March 2nd, and we're marching forth into a greater expression of that which is real, that which is eternal, and that which is forever. Our theme of the month is Your Daily Allowance. You daily allowing the great presence to be the active aspect of your own life and your own being. And this is Women's History Month. And so to begin this month, we have our very own Reverend Suzi Lula bringing forth the message, Take Up Thy Broom and Sweep. And to begin this month, we have our own Agape International Choir under the direction of Marianne Lewis. And then very importantly, there's you. You sitting with an availability and an openness to receive not just the message, but the energy underneath the message. Not just the music, but the energy behind the music, so that you can change and grow from glory to a greater glory. It's going to be a powerful month. Next week, Reverend Arlene Hilton is going to bring forth the message. The week after that, I'll be back speaking. But regardless of whoever's speaking, Agape International Spiritual Center is a bold exclamation point for what's possible in human species. That would include you. So show up, bring your friends, tune in, and be tuned up by the Spirit of the Living One, the divine presence that wants to know itself as your very life and being. Have a bright and beautiful day. Keep your heart open and live life to the fullest. Peace and blessings.
Yes, let's send Reverend Michael some love and appreciation. Thank you. As you know, there's always a lot going on. Agape has a lot of offerings for you so that you can tune into something that's a good match for you to go more fully into your spiritual practice, your spiritual identity. I'm going to invite Agape practitioner Tiffany Snow to come forth to highlight some of our announcements. Tiffany.
Thanks, Reverend Coco. Good morning, Agape. Good morning. Listen, it never gets old. It never gets old. I'm here for it. First of all, walking with you. Go, Jason, go. Everybody focus. Let's focus. We have a few highlights for you today, and each of these are available at agapelive.com, so visit the Agape website at agapelive.com for our weekly offerings and for more details on all of this. Now remember, all times listed are Pacific time. This Wednesday, Reverend Michael welcomes Tamai Keeves. Tamai is a sought-after speaker, visionary career and success coach, and best-selling author whose new book, Learning to Trust Yourself, Breaking Through the Blocks That Hold You Back, comes out this Tuesday. I did order it already. I'm not kidding. I've read all her books, but let's focus. And on Friday, check out the next episode of Take Back Your Mind Life Question of the Week. Stop second-guessing yourself. Watch or listen to Take Back Your Mind and the Life Question of the Week with Michael B. Beckwith on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, and wherever you get your podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to receive alerts when new shows drop each Wednesday and Friday. Agape University invites you to awaken to prosperity consciousness. Now, it's not too late to join Invisible Supply. I have one question for you, and I know you're going to answer it right. Are you ready to transcend lack and embody the truth that supply is not outside of you, it is in you? Yes. Okay. Join Reverend Dr. Coco Stewart for Invisible Supply, a transformative I heard claps. Were those claps? Yes. A transformative 5-week online course inspired by the teachings of Joel S. Goldsmith. Through deep meditations, dynamic discussions, and powerful exercises, you'll dissolve limiting beliefs and awaken to the ever-present flow of divine abundance. Okay, Reverend Coco. Class began Tuesday, February 25th, but you can still register and receive the recording of week 1. You don't want to miss this opportunity. Say yes to prosperity. Yes. Say yes to grace. Yes. Say yes to divine fulfillment. Yes. Oh, good. That's what's up. To join us this Tuesday at 6 p.m., register at agapelive.com and step into the flow of infinite supply. Yes! The Music and Arts Ministry is excited to announce the Agape International Choir is open for auditions starting today through March 23rd, directly following this service. Now, if you love to sing, are interested in building community, and you want to have a good time bringing forth the high vibrational sound of Agape and look good doing it, please come to our rehearsal any of those Sundays to audition. For more information regarding the guidelines and audition process, email choir@agapelive.com for more information. And remember that this ministry is headed up by Marianne Lewis, director of our Music and Arts Ministry. Who's looking fly? I've been looking at your outfit, but I'm not gonna, you know what I mean, let you know. This is just between us. When you was directing, those pants legs was moving, I was like, go. This Tuesday, Laughter Yoga meets on Zoom at 6 p.m., facilitated by Agape practitioner Martin Weech. On our website, click on the banner to register. No experience necessary. Ha ha, mistake. Y'all get it. Freedom Path Ministry Zooms this Wednesday at 5 p.m. Release any sense of addiction, old beliefs, or attachments. Agape practitioner Kelwin Hagan is our speaker. Go to our website and click on the Freedom Path banner at the top of the page for more information and to register. This is a gift to the community, and all are welcome. Reverend Michael and his partners at Nutri-Rise are enthusiastic to share a groundbreaking development from Adaptogen, introducing Elevate Plus, organic fermented mushrooms, their latest innovation designed to elevate your mind, body, and spirit to new heights. This product is based on the mushroom supplements Rev takes for the immune system, brain function, gut health, and longevity, and were created as a transformative step forward in your holistic wellness. Visit Nutri-Rise.com, choose Adaptogen, and pick up your superfood greens at the same time to elevate your health. Thank you, Agape.
Thank you so much, Tiffany. She does such a great job. The choir, yep, give her some love and appreciation. Thank you so much. So the choir, of course, will sing again momentarily. I want to have a moment to do a more formal introduction of the Reverend Suzi Lula. I've walked with Reverend Suzi for a very, very long time. As I said earlier today, I've known her longer than she's known her husband. Okay, so there. Known her a long time, delightfully so. And what I want to share is that ever since I have known her, the couple of words I would say are she was extremely intentional, dedicated, with deep sincerity in her spiritual practice. When I say in integrity, I mean she took spiritual practices seriously in her soul. So she has grown her consciousness magnificently, and you get to have the benefit of that. And so do I. It's wonderful. So does the community. This is how I have known Reverend Suzi. She is a graduate of the Michael B. Beckwith School of Ministry. She serves on our board of trustees. And in fact, the university is her portfolio. She teaches in the university here. She's a much sought-after spiritual therapist and a pioneer in the field of spiritual psychology. She's the creator of the Soul Psychology Coaching Academy and has certified hundreds of coaches. She's the host of her own podcast called Permission to Thrive and best-selling author of her book, The Motherhood Evolution, How Thriving Mothers Raise Thriving Children. Now, at this service, Reverend Suzi, I remember when we stood in the parking lot at Agape, I don't know how long ago that was, and we were looking at, somebody was doing a book signing, and I was standing with her, and I made a remark, something about a book, and she agreed, and here's the book, and it's a bestseller, so I'm thrilled, and you will love it too. It has many benefits. And you can go to our website, www.suzilula.com, to find out more. She will be coming up momentarily with a talk that's going to it's going to elevate your consciousness, and she will speak with you with love, which is how we all want to be spoken to. Thank you.
All so very true. And matching that wonderful consciousness is this beautiful individual that I'm bringing forward to sing with the choir, Jamie Lula. Jamie is just so dear to us and has brought so much to this community. He is deep and soulful and just filled with such love and service, and his talent is off the chain. So we're just grateful for Dr. Jamie Lula, who received his honorary doctorate from the Centers for Spiritual Living, coming and sharing with us this beautiful song, Love is My Religion.
Thank you, Mary Ann.
And I love you.
I love you too. And I just got to say, my wife's allowed me to become a better man, for which I'm grateful. Thank you.
Love is my religion. Love is my religion. Love is
2, 3. I wish you peace. I wish you joy. I wish you love. I wish you faith in yourself to reveal all that you've come here to be. Sing it, choir.
Love is my choice. Love is my decision. Love is my voice. Love is my religion. Love is my religion.
I wish you strength. I wish you courage. Wish you love, 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 love. I wish you purpose to create all your dreams and co-conspire with the light of your life. Love is my choice. Love is my decision. Love is my voice. Love is my religion. Love is my religion. Oh, your answers to eternity are always deep inside you. Their freedom of expression is yours to choose right now. Love is my choice. Love is my decision. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Love is my voice. Love is my religion. Love is my voice. Love is my decision. Love is my voice. Love is my religion. Yeah, 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 yeah. Love is my religion. Love is. Come on, y'all, sing it with us. Love is my religion. Love is. Oh, you, Agape.
Thank you, Marianne Lewis. Thank you, House Band. Thank you, Dr. Jamie Lula, or Dr. Lovey, as he is called in our home. So you can also refer to him as Dr. Lovey. Thank you, thank you. What an amazing way to enter into these teachings. Love is my religion. I am, as Reverend Coco said, I almost said Dr. Suzi Lula, so maybe there's something in there, but Reverend Suzi Lula, for those of you who I'm just getting to know and those of you who are just getting to know me, so grateful always to get to speak and to think that we are all joined together in a soulful spiritual community called Agape, unconditional love. So the song, Love is My Religion, this community called Agape, unconditional love. There is nowhere that I would rather be, and there is no better name that is reflective of what this community is all about. So welcome, 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 whether it is your first time or your first time again today. Agape love, unconditional love is yours to receive. And as you have heard, we are honoring and celebrating Women's History Month this month. So grateful to be part of getting to honor women who have, up until now, perhaps largely gone unnoticed in our culture. These amazing women that Reverend Michael referenced in the reading, and so many more. Contributions that have enriched and bettered our culture. And today, in particular, we are highlighting, we are celebrating, we are practicing the qualities of the feminine energy. So also, as Reverend Michael said in that reading, the feminine energy is within each of us. Whether you identify as male, female, trans, fluid, within each being, we house masculine energy and we house feminine energy. And we are here to express healthy masculine energy and healthy feminine energy. And the feminine energy, some of you may have noticed, has been a bit suppressed, shall we say, on planet Earth. So this month we are highlighting what in the heck is the feminine energy and how is it that we can open ourselves up to receive it, to allow it, to let it, to surrender to it, so that our hearts are so open, we get to know this feminine energy to such a degree that it flows to our life, it flows through our life, and it allows us to create a life that is rich and full of well-being and full of intimacy and connection with each other within ourselves. A life that is rich and full of joy and inspiration and creativity and abundance and prosperity. Are you here for this journey? Are you with me on this journey? Yes? So let's dive deep into the feminine energy, because you dive deep into this energy and I promise it creates a life for you that you could never imagine right now, right where you are, right in your seat, whether you are here in person on the live stream, whatever you are moving through, whatever is moving through you, what I can guarantee you is the more that you get to know this feminine energy, this invisible energy, there is richness in your life that in this moment you might not even have a clue, can't even imagine, but it's here, and I'm going to tell you about it. So what I'm going to share right now actually came out of conversation that I was having with Reverend Michael a few days ago, and we were talking about our respective journeys around receiving, one of the feminine qualities, receiving, allowing, letting, surrendering to, and how learning and practicing these principles has assisted us to create this life that we each individually and collectively share a life of service, a life of purpose, a life that we each consider to be full of well-being and wealth and richness and the qualities I was referencing: connection, intimacy, joy, creativity, and being that instrument that is of the light wherever we go. And I was sharing with him that, yes, I live in this life. Now, when I first moved to LA, I was not necessarily in that consciousness. I would say the weekend I moved to LA was the weekend of the uprising, after the Rodney King incident, for those of you who were either here, remember it, know of it. And I was actually heartbroken to move into a city that was experiencing such devastation. And at the same time, I was in a consciousness, and the word that comes to me that I remember so much was insignificant. I come into this city that's experiencing such devastation, and I felt so small. I felt not enough. I was asking, like, what could I possibly do to even make a dent in this situation? So I'm wondering, as I'm sharing with you, am I the only one that's ever felt insignificant? Have any of you ever felt insignificant, not enough, feeling like I understand these teachings of abundance, and yet and still I'm feeling a little bit lacking, a little bit in scarcity? So if you've ever experienced this, hang with me. See where this is going, okay? So I'm feeling insignificant. That's the feeling that I'm having. And as I moved into, true story, a moment of meditation, I asked myself, well, what can I do? What could I possibly do? What is mine to do today? And immediately upon asking that question, I immediately heard an answer, and it said, you got a broom, you can sweep, girl. So I literally heard that. I asked this question, what is mine to do today? Which you, whatever is moving through your life, whatever you are moving through right now, sitting right where you are, you can begin to ask yourself this question, what is mine to do today? I promise you, you will get an answer. My answer was, I got a broom, I can sweep. So I'm an obedient student, and I literally picked up my broom. I drove to South Central LA, and I was minding my own business. I became part of the cleanup after the uprisings, and I'm sweeping literally my side of the street. And over walks to me an older black gentleman. Unbeknownst to me at the time was Pastor Cecil Murray of the First AME Church, a very historic church in Los Angeles. He has since made his transition. But he walked over to me, and he asked me this question: what is a little white girl like you doing in the middle of this black neighborhood? And we began a conversation. I was sharing with him how I got there. We began a conversation. First thing he did was school me, because I, in fact, called the uprising a riot. And he began to school me that it was an uprising against injustice that the black community has been experiencing for decades and generations before. And we got into this conversation about how the media misportrays the black community and many marginalized communities. Yes, maybe you have noticed on the media, and or lack thereof. And he was sharing with me, true story, for instance, he said, the day before, what actually happened was that the leaders of the two largest gang factions in Los Angeles had come together. The leaders of the Crips, the leaders of the Bloods had come together and actually called a truce, called for peace. And there was actually peace happening because of these two gang factions that came together, but the media wasn't reporting on that. Are you surprised? This was many years ago. And in that moment, I'm receiving this idea, this inspiration. I want to create an event, and I want to honor these two individuals, and I want to honor these groups for coming together and claiming peace right there, right now. That's what they were claiming, peace in the middle of South Central Los Angeles. So next day happens to be the first day I ever set foot into Agape, because I'm just moving to LA. So I'm sharing with you all synchronicity. Start watching out for synchronicities in your life. Synchronicity is the language of the universe. If you begin, yes, somebody knows about synchronicity. Yes. If you start looking for synchronicities, synchronicities are going to blow your mind. Because I walk into Agape, someone had shared with me, go to Agape, you'll love the music there, because I'm a musician. And so I'm sitting there after this experience the day before, and I hear Michael Bernard Beckwith speaking. And I see him speaking at this event. And I see the choir singing at this event. So I go up and stand in line after to introduce myself, to meet him. I've never met him. He doesn't know me. And I'm thinking that I want to meet him to ask for an appointment to come tell him about this event I want to produce. And we're talking after, and he says, well, what is this event? Tell me about it. And so I share with him what I just shared with you. And he stops in that moment. I remember it like it was yesterday. And we have eye to eye or heart to heart, soul to soul contact. And in true Michael Bernard Beckwith form, he says, I'll speak at that event. So I didn't even need a meeting, because in this quantum field, this invisible field, as I just heard, you have a broom, you go sweep, already was a yes. I didn't even know there would be an event. I didn't even know he would say yes. He said, I will speak at that event. Our choir will sing at that event. All I need are 2 buses to get the choir there. So I'm like, okay, I'm your girl. I can get you 2 buses. We off. And we did, in fact, have this event. We brought the leaders of the Crips and the Bloods together. It was held actually right down the street at the Scottish Rite Auditorium. And in reflecting this story to Rev the other day, he begins then reflecting back to me. What if you hadn't asked that question, what is mine to do today? So don't leave here without asking yourself that question, what is mine to do today? And then he said, what if you hadn't picked up your broom? What if you hadn't gone down and started sweeping? Maybe he and I wouldn't have met in that particular way. Maybe he and I would not have started a 30-year soulful connection of service and purpose and family together. We are each other's family now. What if you hadn't asked that question? What if you hadn't gone down? What if you hadn't started sweeping? So I'm asking you, as whatever you're moving through in your life right now, maybe you're going through a health challenge. Maybe you ask, what is mine to do today in the middle of your health challenge? And maybe you hear something as seemingly simple as, hydrate your body. What I'm telling you is that you might not know in the midst, and this is feminine energy, in the midst of hydrate your body, and you do start hydrating your body, in the midst of the quantum field that Reverend Michael was speaking about in his reading, the quantum field, the invisible field. Take Reverend Coco's class, Invisible Supply, Joel Goldsmith. In this invisible supply, that's the energy you want to get to know, because you start hydrating. Who knew that your entire life of health and wholeness and vitality and luminosity and radiance, perfect dynamic health, is living right there in that question, what is mine to do? What can I do? I can hydrate. It will unfold when you allow it to unfold, right? And then Reverend Michael goes on to express that also then I became a practitioner. I'm a spiritual therapist now. I get to sit with individuals all day long. I get to teach classes all day long. I'm going to speak at an international women's conference or event next week. I get to do this because I took up my broom. I started sweeping. I met Michael Beckwith. I came through the classes. And then, bonus, I meet my husband here. Who knew? Who knew? Jamie Lula. I meet my husband here. We bring up our child here, Will, because I said yes, because I asked that question, well, what can I do? So you're getting the idea now. You are to be asking yourself, what can I do? And you are to listen and then respond accordingly. I'm telling you, perhaps you're estranged from a family member. And you're hearing, when you ask, what can I do? And something inside says, well, you can be the first to pick up the phone. You can be the first to call. Maybe your ego is saying, well, I don't want to call. I'm right. I'm waiting for them to call. But maybe if you make that first phone call, you will be the one who creates intimacy and connection and reconnection and forgiveness, and that might unfold into a whole life that you have no idea that is waiting and in store for you right now. Maybe there's someone in your life that you think about that comes into your mind, and you know they're suffering, you know they're going through a hard time, and you feel guided to call them. Don't override them. You call them. You take them to a lunch. You're having lunch with them. You don't know, you might meet your soulmate at the table next to you in that restaurant. There is an entire life that is waiting for you right in the midst of what you are moving through or what is moving through you right now. You just need to ask this question that is all about the feminine energy. Yes, yes. You know, there's a Byers-Beckwith song, for those of you also who have been around for a minute, All Fades into God, and in there is one of my favorite lyrics. I think it's such a genius lyric. There in my pain is the seed of my strength. Got that? Yes. There in your pain is the seed of something greater. It's right there. It's right there. You just need to learn to tap into what is in the invisible realm. My husband, Dr. Lovey, has a song, What If You Knew? What if you knew there's power in your pain, right? So in the Jewish mystical tradition, there's a prayer, and we ask to pray like a rooster. So does anybody besides Reverend Joanne, because I know Reverend Joanne knows the answer to this, does anybody happen to know why a rooster is a sacred in the Jewish tradition? Because, I always wanted to know this myself, because the rooster is the animal that's lived through the darkest part of the night, and yet is the animal that is the announcer of the light, the announcer of the dawn. Right? So we need some announcers of the light. We need some announcers of daybreak, of light break, of dawn in our culture right now. Yes? Yes. Thank you. You might have noticed, world's a little dark, could use some light. Bringers of the light, announcers of the light. So here's what I want you to know about the rooster. The rooster is the bringer of the light. The rooster is not railing against the darkness that it has just moved through. This is very important. Why? Because when we complain, when we move into fear around any darkness that is going on in your own individual life or in our collective culture right now, it places you at the level of the darkness. But what does Albert Einstein tell us? Albert Einstein, scientist, says, we will never solve the problem at the level of consciousness that created the problem. So, certain powers that be might want you to be looking at the darkness that's happening all around you. We're not here to deny anything. We're not here to bypass anything. However, we are not going to meet that darkness at the level of the darkness. Why? Yes, you can, Reverend Carlton is clapping on that. I'm not going to meet the darkness at the level of that vibration. No, I'm going to be like a rooster. I am going to be the announcer of the light. Why? Because we are here to be the bringers of the light to our own life first. Yes, we are here to be the bringers of the light to our own life first. And then we are to be the announcers, the bringers of the light to our communities, marginalized communities, communities that haven't been given a voice, communities that haven't been given some of the entitlement that I've been given just because of the color of my skin. So we are here not to rail against the dark. We are not here to go into fear, doubt, and worry, because that would be right where they would like us to be. No, we're going to be like the rooster. We're going to be for something and against nothing. Those two leaders of the gangs in Los Angeles, in the midst of what was happening, they were beacons of peace. They called a truce. They were beacons of peace, and they deserve to be seen. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes. In my conversation with Michael Beckwith after we got off the phone that day, he sent me a YouTube video, which all of you, I just implore you, probably know it already, but it's worth a rewatch. He sent me a YouTube video of Dr. Martin Luther King. Dr. Martin Luther King speaking, I think it was to middle and high schoolers, on the theme of the blueprint of your life. The blueprint of your life. And in it, he says, if your lot in life is to be a street sweeper, pun intended, you are to sweep that street like Michelangelo painted the Sistine Chapel. So if we are here to be the bringers of the light, both to our own life and also to the life of those in our community and on planet Earth, we need to do it like Michelangelo painted the Sistine Chapel. We don't want to be doing it out of fear and againstness. We want to do it like an artist. We want to do it like John Lennon could see and he could imagine peace. He could imagine no more countries. Like that is why Dr. Martin Luther King could say, I have a dream, and it still lights us up now, decades later, because it's truth and it's resonating with the place inside of you right now that knows that there is a quantum field, there is an invisible field, there is a spiritual field. You don't see it with your eyes when you look around what's on planet Earth. You don't hear it with your ears when you listen to what the media is telling you. It's an invisible energy. It's a feminine energy, and it's invisible for a reason, because the vibration is so high. It's vibrating at a level that is higher than the level of what you see. So when you learn to tap into it and you realize, gosh, right there in the middle of my health challenge, my financial challenge, my challenge with my child, my boss, my spouse, right there is this infinite field, this invisible presence that all it needs from you is to tune in, to tap in, to get to know it and receive from it, to be that instrument that is open and available and obedient and surrender to it and allow it to flow to you and through you, and then bring that light into every relationship and area of your life where you go. Yes? All right. So, again, as you may have noticed, there's a little bit of cleaning up that I think we all need to do on planet Earth. Yes? So we are asking, what can we do? In Reverend Michael, not sorry, I asked Reverend Coco to give me this. Oh my God, you guys, I'm just like, in his meditative thought, go back and go to that meditative thought. I'm hearing this, he says, it made me cry. If you, my sister, are hungry, then I too am hungry. Please sup at my table. If you, my brother, shiver, I too am cold. Please warm yourself by my fire. So just freaking think about this. Like on planet Earth right now, there's some hungry sisters and there's some hungry brothers. People are suffering right now on the planet. And so we are to ask ourselves, what can we do? Well, what can we do? We can boycott. What can we do? We can clean up our oceans. Reverend Michael said in that conversation he was having with me that he is the one in his neighborhoods and the neighborhoods around him. He is the one picking up the trash. And for any one of you who've known Michael Bernard Beckwith for half a second, you will know that that is exactly what he's doing in his neighborhoods. And my husband Jamie and I, we take groups on transformational travel trips, and we took a group to Bali. And what I learned about the Balinese culture, some of you might know this, is in that culture, they sweep up their own sidewalk, and they don't stop there. They sweep up the sidewalk of the house to the right and the sidewalk to the neighbor to the left. They take care of each other, like Reverend Michael is saying. So here's my question to us. We have some sweeping to do collectively. Agape, yes? What can we do? We can boycott. We can clean up some oceans. We can take a stand. Is there anybody here who's ready to take a stand for any marginalized community that you know of? If a little white girl can take a stand for injustice in the black community, anybody can do it, right? Any one of you thinking about the political system right now, what can we do? We can go home. We can call a congressman. We can call a senator. We can vote differently. We got to vote. We got a collective vote. We got to use it. We're not against nothing, but look what we're for. This is what we're for. This is what we're for. This is the energy that we're for. Is there anybody in here right now, when you think about an innocent child dying in Palestine right now, or an innocent child dying in Israel or the Ukraine or Africa, is there any one of you who is like, no, I see peace? Who sees peace? I see peace. I see peace. Take a stand for his peace. Speak out for peace. Peace is in this invisible realm right now. There may be a war going on this physical, dense world, but peace exists. Let's not be fooled. Peace exists right now. You just need to learn to tune in and tap into it and be the instrument that allows it to come through you. Let's say this together. I'll say it, you say it. Peace exists right now. Peace exists right now. Peace exists right now. Peace exists right now. I am for peace. I am for peace. Excellent. What we know is that we are being called to pick up our collective brooms, and we're going to start sweeping agape. Peace and love. No more kids dying on our dime. No more kids dying on our watch. I see peace only peace. Peace only peace. God only God. God only God. It's right there in the invisible realm. And so I invite you, as we do at Agape, what do? We start with prayer. We see it in the invisible. We tap in, we tune in to the invisible. And so let us each and all just gently close the outer eye, and let us each and all open our hearts, that we may touch in and tap into the fabric of this energy that Reverend Michael spoke so beautifully about in his reading. Let's get to know it even more deeply in this prayer. Just relax your mind, open your heart. You transform the most effectively to the degree that you can most relax, you can be most receptive. So I am so grateful to be aligned with a community of like-minded, like-hearted individuals. Thank you, Michael, Bernard, Beckwith, for your powerful yes, again and again and again and again and yet again. That yes has brought us all together. That yes has made us a spiritual, soulful family. Yes, that yes has allowed us to each see that peace is possible right now. Not only possible, peace exists right now. So I am so grateful to speak this word on behalf of each and every one of us, our soulful Agape community, people and individuals all around planet Earth. I speak this word for any individual who is moving through any sort of health challenge. I see radiant, vital, dynamic health for you right now. Pick up that glass and hydrate your body. It's right there in the invisible, waiting for you to say yes. I speak this word for any individual, all individuals who may be going through a financial issue, a financial challenge right now. One of you is being called to share $20, and by sharing $20, $40 comes back to you. You share $2,000, $4,000 comes back to you. I'm seeing a circulation, a dynamic wealth, a dynamic material representation of the God presence within you that is just waiting to be released from within you. How grateful I am. I speak this word for anyone who might be moving through a challenge in a relationship. I see that there is intimacy and connection that is available, that is longing, that is seeking to be made manifest through you right now. I am so grateful to know that we are aligned together as a community, that there is sweeping to be done, and we are ready to pick up our collective brooms and start sweeping. We as a community take a stand for any marginalized, every marginalized community out there. If you are gay, trans, fluid, if you are Black, Latina, and you are nervous, you are scared, you are underrepresented, someone is praying for you right now. Agape is praying with you right now. We are speaking for you. We are standing for you. This is what I am knowing right now. I am so deeply grateful, so committed to know that this is what is in the invisible, and it is yearning to become expressed through us as a community and through us individually. I am so deeply grateful. As we know this for ourselves, I just ask you, know this for yourself. Feel the life that is seeking to course through you right now. Claim it for yourself, receive it for yourself, allow it for yourself. And as you allow it for yourself, call forward in your heart someone else that you know that could use vibration, this energy, this love, as Reverend Coco said, this love, this love, this love, this love. Share, 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 share with an individual that you know. Share it with an individual in your own heart that perhaps you're having a challenge with. Share it. You got more love than you know what to do with. Share it, share it. Let it come overflowing, bubbling over, bubbling over. And as you claim this for yourself and those individuals in your own life, let us speak this word. Let us hold these individuals who have called our own prayer ministry. Let us just open our hearts. Let us be receptive. Let us feel this loving presence as it courses through our body. And let us be so generous as to hold these individuals in our heart. We hold Bernard Epicum in our own individual hearts and in the collective heart of Agape. We hold Bill Robertson in our individual and collective hearts. David and Beatrice Pinkham and Jeff Gillis. We hold these individuals and we see health. We see wholeness. We see well-being flowing to them, flowing through them. We see it, we embrace them, we know it for them, with them. And there are individuals that we are holding in our heart as they have made their transition into another dimension of life. As I share these individuals' names, their photos will come onto the screen. We hold in our individual and collective hearts Roberta Flack, eminent artist. Yes, you can clap, you can celebrate, you can give your thanks for such an artist as Roberta Flack. Speaking of feminine energy and contribution, we hold in our individual and collective hearts Gene Hackman and his concert pianist wife, yes, Betsy Arakawa, as they are making their transition, their families around them. We hold them all in our heart and prayer. Angie Stone, veteran R&B soul singer. We're so grateful to the artist. We hold her family moving through these transitions. We hold Hazel Duke, woman civil rights pioneer. A woman civil rights pioneer, Hazel Dukes. We hold her in our collective hearts and prayers. And we take a nice, deep, cleansing breath in, and let us all unify in this moment, holding our beloved friend, Barbara Fields. Barbara Fields just made her transition. For those of you who don't know Barbara Fields, she's the executive director of the Association of Global New Thought. Reverend Michael also often says, let us have a new thought. She was the founder. She's at the epicenter of the Association for Global New Thought. So we hold her as she transitions into eternal life, and we hold those that are grieving, that are also transitioning. We hold her husband, Stephen Pope, in our hearts. Barbara Fields, as Reverend Michael shared last week, she was an eminent feminine energy, and she had what she calls her femme friends. So we're holding that group of friends: Lee Simran Brown, Inga Canfield, Hillary Carr, and Lusan Judge. We hold these women, her women, in our hearts. And lastly, I ask you, please loan your heart as we also hold Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith in this prayer. Barbara Fields was a dear friend of his, so he is also moving through a transition. So I thank you for holding these individuals in our individual and our collective hearts. We have so much love, Agape. There's so much love here. There's more than enough for everyone. So we just allow this music to wash over us, sealing this prayer with a song.
Imagine we're in heaven right now. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do, 'cause there's nothing to kill or die for.
Nothing to kill or
And
die.
no religion too. Oh, imagine
Yes.
all of the people,
Yes.
living life in peace. You may say that I am a dreamer, but I know, yes, I know I'm not the only one. 'Cause I know this day they all join us, and the world is one.
Imagine. It's right here. It's possible. Thank you, Dr. Lovey. Thank you, Michael Bernard Beckwith, for your yes. For we are here because of your yes. This is what is possible, and so it is. Amen. Amen. So glad I picked up my broom.
Reverend Suzi Lula in the house.
Thank you. We're so blessed. So this is a very important moment. This is a moment when we get to receive anything that spoke to you. Anything that spoke to you, any time that Reverend Michael has spoken to you, anything you've ever gained, received from Agape, that's very feminine. We receive, we say thank you, we're grateful. And we move into the part of our service where now we become conscious givers. Because I didn't know this when I first came to Agape. I had no idea. I just came and enjoyed the service. Then I got on the board of directors, and I realized, we have no corporate funding, zero, none, no corporate funding. Everything that happens here happens because of your generosity. And so this is a time that we move into conscious giving, conscious tithing, a consciousness of giving back what we've just received. That is the masculine. We just receive something, we give. And then after you give, you move back into the circulation of the feminine and expect that more will come back your way because it's a divine circulation. So we just begin, close our eyes just for one more moment, and as you may be asking, what is mine to give today? What is mine to give in financial form today? And as you hear it and you begin to prepare it, I am just blessing it in advance. That it supports everything that we need here, our staff, our artistry, the Sundays, the classes, to be a beneficial presence on planet Earth, and also that it comes back to each and every one of you, exponentially expanded specifically in financial form. I am grateful, and so it is. Amen. And I'm going to now turn this over to Reverend Coco, and she's going to tell you exactly how you can give. Thank you.
Thank you
Peace
so
and
much,
love.
Reverend Suzi. Give her some more love and appreciation. Beautiful. Powerful and dynamic, yes? I was right. I knew you'd love it. All right, here are the ways that you can give. And remember, you can set these up one-time donation or it gives on a regular basis, and all of the above. You can text to donate. Get out your phone and text the word GIVE, G-I-V-E, to the number on your screen, 424-321-6243. If you're on Reverend Michael's Facebook page, Agape's Facebook page, or on the YouTube, our YouTube channel, you can go to our website, agapelive.com, and you're on a safe, secure website. You can push the donate button. So you can go to our website. If you're streaming from there, use that. We're grateful for all of the donations, whether they're here now or the ones that come in later. There's always the old-fashioned way of doing it, which is writing a check. Sometimes I still like to do that. There's something about that that makes it tangible. It's old-fashioned, I know. That's not the only way I give. There's also auto-tithe, by the way. That's the main way that I give. So you can sign up for auto-tithe. You can investigate that. That means that your funding is continually providing a substantial base and support for Agape. And if it's auto-tithe, that's something that then we can take to the bank and show to the bank. So there's auto-tithe too. If you make out a check, you can make it out to Agape. You can either drop it off on your way out the door. There will be an usher back there with a basket. I'm sure there will be any minute. Or you can mail it in. Agape International Spiritual Center, 8549. Wilshire Boulevard, Suite 1156, Beverly Hills, 90211. So just prepare your tithes, your gifts, your offerings, and we have something beautiful for you to listen to while you do that.
Absolutely. Y'all ready? We're going to keep it going here with little Curtis Mayfield.
We're a winner. If you didn't know, now you know. We're about to take it all over. Win, win, win in your heart as a spiritual being. The enlightened emanation of that one power. We're a winner. And never let anybody say, boy, you can't make it. 'Cause some feeble mind is in your way. No more tears can we cry. And we have finally dried our eyes. And we're moving on up. Moving on up. Lord have mercy, we're moving on up. Moving on up. We're living proof, we're black and black. And I'm saying out loud, we're winners. And everybody knows it too. We're gonna keep on pushing. Like your leaders tell you to. Unless that blessed day has come. And I care where you come from. We're moving on up. Lord have mercy, we're moving on up. Woo-hoo. Yeah. We're moving on up. But Lord have mercy, we're moving on up. I don't mind living here to show the world we have no fear, because we're a winner. And everybody knows it too. We're gonna keep on pushing. Your leaders tell you to. At last that blessed day has come. And I don't care where you come from. We're moving on up, y'all. But Lord have mercy, we're moving on up. Oh, we're moving on up, y'all. Ooh, we're moving on up. We're gonna keep on sweeping. Moving on. Sweeping on. Now, y'all, yeah. Keep on.
We are so blessed by our musical ministry. So let's just take a moment, and I want you to join with me in your consciousness, and you can repeat after me. Divine love, through me. It blesses and multiplies this offering. It is pressed down and running over as a benefit and a blessing for me, for Agape, and the greater world community. It is a blessing because I make it so. And so it is. Amen. So thank you so much for joining in the blessing of the offering. It enriches it, it vitalizes it. We're going to pray out a couple of things. You can stand up. Reverend Joanne Coleman is coming forward for our benediction. You can say hello to Reverend Suzi Lula. Suzi, will you be right here in front after service or out there in the foyer? A couple of things. Practitioners will be available for prayer if you line up over there. Sign up for my class, Invisible Supply. You will be delighted that you did so. And choir auditions are right after the service, so sign up for the choir. Let's sing out. Reverend Joanne Coleman, come forward.
You can sign up out there at the Artist Corner table as well and get more information. And we want to hear you. Come on now. Let's sing together, everyone.
The Gever, the rooster, in Aramaic and Hebrew, the call of the dawn, the call, the announcement of daybreak. Oh, day has broken through in all of the music. Daybreak occurred in the message. Daybreak occurred in the hand-holding, the tears, the open-heartedness, and the deep receptivity. We heard the call of the dawn. The light has called to us, and there's only one thing you say when you hear the light. You say, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. And I thank you. We go forward as the bringers of the dawn. In every environment, we are the calling rooster. And people wake up around us and live lives that they only dreamed about. And so it is. Amen.
home. Curtis Bird on drums today. David Neal on guitar. John Hart on the bass. That's Christian Klikovitz on our piano today. Ed Roth on keys. That was me, John Owens. The wonderful Jason Powell. Our Agape choir. Yes! Jamie Lula. I'm Marianne Lewis. Have a beautiful, amazing week, everyone. Thank you so much. We love you. Blessings. Let's sweep up Agape. All right. Thank you, Suzi, Lula. So powerful. All right.
I made sure I was at your way, Jeffrey.